when that older white gentleman was pushed down in the floor and blood was coming out of his head and those police officers kept walking, if I'd have been there, I'd have crawled through their legs to try to reach him. This is not about black and white. It's about humanity. Right. It's about just human decency. That kind of thing we need to teach our children, both black folks and white folks, because we got black on black crime, and you're quick to point that out. Absolutely have a problem. We have a terrible problem in some of our inner cities with black on black crime, like you have white on white crime in the Appalachians where I grew up. We have it in the inner city. Here's the problem though. When you have white on white crime, you call the police because the police represent safety. When we have black on black crime, we can't call the police because they'll kill us too. One of the most frightening experiences of my life as a father was to get a call a few months ago from my oldest son who says at midnight, "Daddy, I'm in trouble." That's how he started the conversation. I thought, oh God, what is this? My heart sunk down into my shoe. He said, "I had a car wreck." He said, "And it's bad, Daddy." He said, "The ambulance is out here. I don't know if the other person in the car lived. He was going the wrong way or something. He hit me, and it's really, really bad." And he said, and then he said, I said, "Are you okay?" He said, "I'm okay. The car's maybe total, but I'm okay." And then he said, "The police are here." And when he said the police are here, panic, absolute terror rose up in me. I said, "Keep me on the phone. Keep me on the phone." I was more afraid of the police killing my son than I was afraid of the car wreck.
I'm so sorry about that.
It's my son.
Yeah.
I have no desire to end up sitting in a trial that I can't win about my son. Hats off to the police officer. He was nice, he was professional, he was amazing, and the more he talked, the more relaxed I became. But the panic that I felt is what I'm talking about. The utter terror that it's midnight and my kid is out there and he's gonna think he's a drug dealer because he dresses fly and he's hip and he's cool and he might have had on a hoodie, you know, and he's nervous and he's a kid. I mean, he's a good kid. But a quick move and he's dead. That's how real that is. It doesn't matter how much money you make. It doesn't matter how many degrees you have. It doesn't matter what neighborhood you live in. I was terrified till I heard the policeman's voice and I listened to what he was saying. And I told Jamar, I said, "I'll come get you if you need." He said, "No, I'll get an Uber and get home." I said, "Call me when you get home." That's what we live with every day. We live with that. No matter who you are, no matter what you have, you live with that reality that any day you could get shot. They could change the information. They can plant something on you. They can tell the story the way they did about over and over about both and John, about Arbery in Georgia, about George Floyd. They changed the records. What they said happened and what happened were completely different. That's our reality every day. I just don't believe that it has to be that way in this country. I don't believe that we have to be 7 times more likely to be incarcerated than a white man, even when we commit the same crime. I don't believe that we have to spend more money on jails than we do on education. I don't believe that we're spending billions of dollars to incarcerate people when 70% of the people in jail are in jail for nonviolent crimes. 70%. 70% of them. I don't believe that it has to be that way. I don't believe that we have to argue about everything from mass to kneeling down. We were so offended by Colin Kaepernick kneeling down at a football game, said he was disrespecting the flag. Kneeling had nothing to do with the flag. It had everything to do with a peaceful demonstration about what we're talking about. Then when we start looting, stop looting. When we were peaceful, stop kneeling. Wait, you can't have it both ways. So a knee on the ground or a knee on the neck, which one is worse? Colin Kaepernick kneeling, I don't even watch football, but kneeling on a football field And this police officer kneeling on a boy's neck who is dying, crying for his dead mother. His mother is dead. I still see the urine running through across the pavement on the ground where that boy was choked so bad he peed on himself and blood was on the floor and he was screaming for his mama. And if we can let that go by in this country and not deal with it, not just in that one case in Minneapolis, but nationwide, where we set in a policy that nobody has to die like that again. You know, Medgar Evers was the turning point of the civil rights movement. Okay, and then there was the beating in California that I can't think of.
Rodney King.
Yeah, Rodney King. That was a wake-up call. Look at how long this has been going on, and now George Floyd. Let's let this be. It's too late to let it be the last name, because we've had 5 more men saying I can't breathe since George Floyd that didn't get the press and didn't get the attention. But since George Floyd is the last recognizable name, let's change some things, because we need a workforce out here. We need people working out here. We need income streams out here. We need a lot of things going on out here, and that's a pool of resources that are American people, brown and black, that with better education, better training, better opportunities could help us to live up to our highest ideals and be the greatest nation in the world that we profess to be.